right. Hello, everyone. Just going to turn off the music here. All right. Oh, I'm just going to fix this, actually. Sorry about that. Okay. I think we're good. We're good. Okay. It's Tuesday today. It's 9 o'clock. Thank you for joining. This is being recorded, just so you know. What we're going to do today is slightly a little bit different. And I keep changing these things a little bit based on questions and things that I get. So what I've noticed is that I'm not giving enough detail on what's happening on this call or how to prepare for it. So a few questions came in from a few new people saying, okay, the call was nice, but what was I supposed to do with my mind? How does this work? Things like that. So I know there's a lot of people that are on the call that come to the call often, they get it. But for those that are new, they do have questions. So what I'm going to do is just quickly run by kind of like the what they call housekeeping or just the basics, and then we'll get into today's topic, which is self-love, which I learn something new every day, and I'm really working on that for myself. So as I learn, I'm reading like crazy. I'm learning and practicing. I just thought I'd share some of these things or insights with all of you. So when these calls, when we started doing them about 2 years ago, beginning of COVID, it was a smaller group. And I wasn't even sure they would work, but they definitely work. And the neat thing is that's so beautiful is as we heal in a group, it's actually bringing in everyone's energy together. So these group healings I find are actually more profound than individual session Reikis. When we're dealing with Reiki energy, and we can call it whatever, let's call it Reiki because a lot of people know that energy to be. When I was trained in Reiki at the 3rd level, you can send it out to 1 million people at once. And I used to think, well, how does that even work? How does that work? But really the way I understand it is this energy is tapping through that comes through kind of works on everyone individually. So, if you're feeling somebody hurting, you could send out their energy to them, but then you can just keep adding. And then, everyone's benefiting from the energy. I can't force the energy on anyone. I only can make it available. And when it's available, it's up to the person's higher self to say, hey, do I accept it or not? Or how much do I accept? Or how much is going to be let go? Or what is going to heal? But when we join together in a group like this, when I start sending out the energy, and it's not my energy that's coming out at all, I kind of just tap into a very universal, strong, loving, light energy that comes through me, comes out. And when it starts to kind of flow through everyone, and how is it flowing through everyone when there's some people here and there's someone here, none of us are in the same physical space? Well, it's because energy is traveling through the quantum field. We're all connected by the field, and the field doesn't know any time or distance. It is just all connected. So as it's going through everyone on the call, it's picking up your energy. It's all coming into a collective. So we're all kind of adding to this healing energy, and then it's up to us to receive it. So how do we get on the receiving end of these calls? And I think this is one of the most important things, because if we're joining the call, we're probably joining because we're either feeling some emotional issues, mental issues, physical issues, maybe all of them, anxiety, worry, all that stuff. We want to feel relief. So if we want to feel relief and we're here, why not add to it, but why not receive it? So we want to get into the receiving end. And a lot of people will say, I don't know if I get in the receiving end. I'm one of those people who are still resistant or things like that. That just comes with time. So if you're new on the call, you've been doing the calls for a while, and you're feeling like I may not be getting as much as I want to get in, there are things that can be blocking our healing. There's subconscious thoughts. Okay, this stuff is not working. It can't work. That's kind of like part of us that doesn't want us to change, because if we change, change is scary, even if it's positive change. So we might have something telling us, hey, don't do the call, this is weird, this is that. Or it might be a subconscious belief that I don't deserve to heal. And we don't know what's running in the background most of the time, because it's running in the background and we don't know about it. But it is affecting what's happening in our life, what's going on, all those things. So the best way to get through to that resistance is using affirmations. I allow the healing. I'm ready to heal. I give permission to heal. I allow the light to do whatever's ready. I'm talking to my higher self and I'm saying, yes, I'm ready to heal. There's words you can use, giving permission, allowance, things like that. Over time, you're really talking to the God within you. We're not, when we do these types of healing energy work, we are not making you any better than you are. You're already a magnificent, powerful being. And many masters have come on earth to tell us that. You are magnificent. You are the Son of God. You have divinity within. You are part of God. All those things. We've heard them, but don't understand them. We are all magnificent. But what happens being human? We live on a planet of duality. We start to have interference in our field. It says, you're not good enough. You're not powerful. You're not pretty. You're stupid. You're not loved. You're this. You're that. You're not healthy. So all these things kind of block who we truly are. And when we're dealing with energy work, what's really happening is your higher self is going through all the different layers and saying, okay, Brenda's ready to release this and this and this and this and this. And it's not all of it, it's percentages of it. And then once they release as that, I'm going to say dense energy, that crap's released that we don't need anymore, the belief systems, the experiences, the traumas that weren't so good, what's happening is my magnificence starts to shine through. Your magnificence starts to shine through. So we're pulling you out of this, we're pulling the resistance around you out in a safe manner. It's done layer by layer. We can't release all of it at once. It's a journey. And what is going to release is actually going to be done by your higher self. I cannot force anything. All I can really do is create the healing energy and say, hey, let's put it out as strong as we can and allow the people on the receiving end to release what they're ready to release, to heal what they're ready to heal at any way that they're really meant to heal. So I'm just gonna, so someone just left a comment here. So the intentions, everything's really intention, energy's intention. Like, so if someone has the intention, okay, as this energy comes through today, it's coming to me, I'm also going to ask the energy to go to my grandmother in Italy and give her a healing because she's not feeling well. The energy's going to do it because the energy's intelligent, the energy's love. Now, the energy's going to go to the grandmother in Italy, can't force itself on her, but it's going to be made available to her. When we're doing this healing together, I set intentions that it actually gets sent all around the globe to anyone and anything that needs it, to the families that are in your homes, to the pets that are in your homes. We do a clearing in the house. These are very powerful healings. And there's a lot of people coming, writing emails and saying, like, I've never met you, Brenda, but wow, I'm feeling a lot better. My anxiety's gone, my fear is going away. But it's not me that's doing it. All I'm doing is creating a healing space. It is your higher self. So you are a healer. You're all healers and you're healing yourselves. Everyone can heal themselves, but it's like a construction worker that they can build a home, they can do all that, they just need power tools. So this is just a power tool that's provided to you so you can heal yourself. So how do you get the maximum healing that you need? Allowance. Setting that intention, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Another great question that came through is, what do I do with my mind? So here I am. When we get to the healing part, we put on music and I might wave my arms, the healing energy is already coming through. It just gets stronger as we start it and the music's playing. So what do I do with my mind? What do I clear my thoughts? Well, if I told you you had to clear your thoughts, could you clear your thoughts for the full 30 minutes? Probably not. It's not an easy thing to do. This is not a mind thing that we're doing. It is not something that we're doing at a mind level, the little Brenda self, the little yourself, the 3D self. That's not what's happening. This is happening at your higher self, at a higher dimensional place. So if you are, as it's happening, thinking about, oh, what should I cook the kids for lunch tomorrow? What should I do this? I should be doing laundry, all that stuff. Just, allow those thoughts to come through if they're coming through. Because if you're going to try to fight them to stop, it's just going to take away from the experience. So just be with them. If you remember, when you're trying to meditate and you got that nice peace and calm, and then all of a sudden you have a thought and you're chasing it and you think, oh, come back to my breath. if you remember, just come back to your breath. Say, oh, wait, I'm getting a healing. And enjoy the healing. I'm allowing the healing. I'm taking a few deep breaths to bring me back to center. But during this entire time, you are going to have other thoughts come in, and that is completely okay. Some people will fall asleep. Again, completely okay. The energy will still do its thing. So, not to worry. Allow your worry to just go away. Just say, okay, whatever I'm feeling, whatever I'm not feeling is working, and I'm just going to be with the process. So, there's nothing you really have to do. Just come in with an open mind, give those intentions. It does make the energy work stronger. And the way I see it is, I can send a energy to anyone. If their higher self accepts it or not, great. Now, if someone comes in for a healing, just like all of you are on the call, you are coming in with your higher selves ready and your mind's ready. So now you're giving permission at both levels. So I always find when that happens, you're getting a bigger healing because you're accepting it more so. Because as your little self, yes, I'm Brenda and I'm ready to heal some more. I'm giving permission. Your higher self, yes, we're all in, let's do it. But now I'm in the healing and I'm thinking about what I need to do tomorrow, or what I did today that was silly, or that my back's really hurting today. That doesn't stop the healing. It just, what it might do is, there are some people, as we do the healing, who feel tingling sensations, who feel that heat, or feel or see colors, or feel that love. Those are the people who are just a little more, who've been doing this a while, who've less resistance, and are really more focused on the energy coming to them. Then there's the other ones that are new, that want to think about all these other things as it's happening. You're both having your own healings. You're both getting what you need. Your experiences might be different, because one's more in the receiving of, okay, I'm going to really feel this today, and others like, okay, I got other things to do. Let's get this done and over with, or I don't feel it because my mind's somewhere else. Over time, the more we start pulling out from your field, the more sensitive you come to energy. So that's kind of the about the call itself. It does work. It's phenomenal. We're all in this together. We're all sending love to each other. We're sending it to, we don't have to know each other, but it's like one big ball of beautiful energy that's really, really working through everyone at the level they need. And you're also independent and silos. So this person's stuff is not being affected by this stuff. The way I see it is like they're working with you individually, taking your stuff that needs to leave off the earth plane independent of anyone else. So it's a great way to get a healing. You don't have to come in. You don't have to drive in. You're saving your time. And a lot of people at this time will just fall asleep because it can be very relaxing. All right. And then there was one more thing I was going to say. Oh, during the healing, you can either sit down, lay down, eyes open, eyes closed, listen to my music, or turn off my music. It doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong. Just relax and do the best you can to just relax and say, this is my time. I'm going to do the best I'm going to do. There are some people I know that have children, there are children in the room. So they're trying to relax and listen, but the kids are busy. That's okay too. Your kids are going to get the healing as what they can receive as well at that time. So just be with the process, take a few deep breaths, say those attentions, and let's just get ready to go. So that's the housekeeping part. Oh, and for those of you who are having a hard time meditating, which some of us do, I know I couldn't do it for the life of me. I used to frustrate me to no end. I am going to be doing a meditation workshop that I created. I use it with clients individually to teach them how to meditate. It's for those people who have tried meditation, can't do it. For those people who think meditation is scary, what the heck is all about. For anyone who's like a great meditator, you may not want to join this one, because it is going to be down to the basics of why meditation is beneficial, what benefits we get from it, and then take you into a series of easy tricks to make meditation very simple. But with anything, meditation, it takes practice. You are training this brain that is magnificent and powerful right now, that's scattered and thinking of everything, to focus laser sharp on nothing or something that you want. And it is not the easiest thing, because it's a very powerful tool. And when we're just learning to take that brain that's doing all these things to one thing to calm it down, to having control over your thoughts and saying it controlling you, it does take practice. But if you're up to a challenge of doing it, we start with like really 15 to 30 second small mini meditations. That's all I could handle. I remember they used to say, do 15 minutes. 15 minutes seemed like a lifetime of sitting quiet with my mind, because my mind was very busy. I mean, now I can meditate for 3 hours and with a quiet mind. Although sometimes I think I'm falling asleep, although I'm not even sure because my mind's so clear. But it took years to get there for me. Some people pick it up quicker, but I started with very just 15 minutes. I'm sorry, 15 seconds. That's 15 to 20 seconds is what I started with. So I'm going to walk you through the process I used because nothing else used to work for me. So you'll get an email on that. That's going to be Sunday, July 24th at 10 a.m. on a Sunday. So it's a bit of a different time. So today, a very quick chat about what I'm learning and what I'm working on. And I've come a long way, but I'm not perfect. And I probably won't get it perfect in this lifetime, but I'm just going to keep trying and working on myself. Is self-love. And I said, what is self-love? Now, some people say it's boundaries, it's self-respect, it's this, it's that. And, my partner says, well, give me one word, 2 words. What is self-love? And it is me first. And this is really hard to say me first in all circumstances. I am much better saying me first in many circumstances where I used to never put Brenda first. I've learned to put myself first, but there are still some relationships or some things where I don't put myself first. And if you really look at something, a situation that maybe you didn't put yourself first, think about why. So you may have done something you didn't want to do. You may have a friendship that's not serving you, but you don't want to break it or not attend to that person's needs because, hey, I've been in this relationship for so long. What would I be if I didn't have this relationship? Or I don't want to hurt that person's feeling, or I don't want to do that. Unfortunately, my gift and my downfall is I live through my heart. So if I feel someone's pain, I want to cater to their pain. And then I forget about me. So when I'm practicing is using logic connected to my heart. So it's not all about just heartfelt love, which is beautiful, but it doesn't always put me first. So I'm going to give a very simple example. Let's say there's somebody who, and this is a very basic example. I'm not going to use children or close friends because family is a hard one to put yourself first when it's your own family. You can kind of move up to that. But let's just say there's a friend of yours that always talks negative. Here you are trying to be positive and you're working on yourself or working on yourself, working on yourself. And this friend who loves to put everything down, put you down, is asking you to go out. And there's a party that knows I don't want to spend that much time with this person because I feel like I'm brought down all the time. And then you're like, oh, well, yeah, sure, I'll come with you because that person needs you, or, we always do this. There's a habit, there's a routine. So you go and you're in high spirits, you come back drained, emotionally drained, saying, oh, I did it again. I spent time with this person and I really shouldn't have. So when you look at that and then you kind of replay that in your mind, let's say I said no to the person and instead I went for a walk, or I spent some time with my child, or I read a book, or I listened to a podcast, and I took that time for me. What would have been better for my best interest? Going somewhere where I didn't want to go and have my emotions and my energy drained because I'm serving that person. I don't want to hurt their feelings. Or if I stayed home and did something I wanted to do, or maybe I wanted to organize a closet that it's behind in, or things like that, where you felt like I accomplished something. So where is that self-love? Well, a lot of us will give our time, give our energy to people who may not be in our best interest. But that's a tricky one. It's hard because we always think about what if they're hurt, say if I hurt their feelings. So self-love is about putting yourself first. That's really the bottom line. And you can look at it in everything you do. And it's like, how many of us here are pushovers? Okay, let's do this. Okay, I'll do it. Do I really want to do it? No. And before I was in such a program of pleasing everyone, I didn't even notice I was doing it. I mean, that was many years ago. I would just do whatever I was thrown into, you know. I mean, how many of us are told, do as I say, not what you want, from our parents? So they program us to be pleasers. So many of us are pleasers, and we please our kids, we please our spouses, we please our friends, we please our coworkers, we please our bosses, we can be the best of everything because we are, you know, really just doing what other people want from us. And years ago, if you asked me how many people don't like you, I would say, everyone likes me. Well, of course they like Brenda because Brenda did everything for anyone, anytime. I would work overtime. I would take people's shifts. I would do their work for them. I would do, oh, how many people do someone else's work before they do their own? I hear that all the time. You're doing something else. You're going shopping for this person, but you're not taking care of your own family. There's a lot of things that we do for others. But then there comes a time where you're just like, okay, enough's enough. I'm going to take care of me. And when you have that shift, you'll have a little more time to work on yourself. But there's always that nagging feeling like maybe that person's not going to like me. And I want everyone to like me. So I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do everything. I'm just going to do everything for everyone so that everyone likes me. Now, fast forward, I've been on my journey for many, many years, and ask me how many people don't like Brenda. And I will say many, many, many people don't like Brenda. And I'm okay with it because all those people that used to like me because I conformed to what they wanted from me. I was who they wanted me to be. Mind you, I was dying inside. I was depressed. I was sad. I didn't take care of myself. Over time, as I learned, I decided I'm going to take care of me. And as I did that, it pissed off some people. They're like, who are you, Brenda? You're not doing what I want you to do anymore. And they say, I'm selfish. They say, Brenda, you're so selfish. You're taking care of yourself now. What about me? And I used to think, well, isn't that selfish that you want me to take care of you? But, you know, at that time, I'd never got into arguments. So I just like, okay, whatever. This is what I'm doing. I'm working on me. I'm trying to put myself first. So I've come a long way. And a lot of us have come long ways. We're like, wow, I stood up for myself. I did this. But then, you know, challenges come up every day where you are asked to do something that you don't want to do. Maybe, I mean, it comes to simply as maybe it's a favor somebody wants, or they want you to run an errand for them, or even a simple one where someone wants to be a friend on Facebook for you, but you know that person's not good for you. But if I don't accept them, then, you know, maybe they're going to be mad. Well, you know what? If they're going to be in your space and in your energy, you don't have to accept anyone in your space. You know, you can be selfish. You can be protective of your energy, your feelings, and your thoughts. I'm putting me first. And I always feel now you don't even have to justify why you're doing stuff. Just say, I'm taking care of me. So it's baby steps. But self love is very important because you are important. Once you take care of yourself, your energy starts to go up. You start to feel better. A lot of things come into alignment. And then you can start sending that love out to your family. You're stronger. You have more time for yourself. You're healing yourself. You're feeling a lot better. So you're actually more productive in a lot of other things in your life. So it is not easy. It's not easy. And I think like when people say, oh, but what about boundaries and what about respect and self-respect? All those are very important. But it boils down to what is self-love, and it's taking care of you, me first. Me first, me first, me first. So I do teach a bit of selfishness. I practice selfishness. And, you know, I'm not going to justify it because that is what's helping me heal at levels that I never went to. Although right now I am at some turning points in my life, which I find very challenging because the heart says, how are they going to feel? How are they going to feel? And I have to justify to myself, well, I'm taking care of myself. So it's a personal thing, right? So as we're growing and healing, it's really self-reflection. And you can kind of look at patterns along the way of where you didn't love yourself or where you didn't put yourself first. And it's a hard thing to do, but it has beautiful outcomes as you go through it. And you can make little checklists like, wow, I did something for myself today instead of doing everything for everyone else. So that's really the little message for today. Find that time to work on you. Find that time to put you first. Make the decisions to put you first, because you are the most important person. And as you start to heal, your light shines more and more, and you're helping yourself, humanity, and all those others that you love around you. So I say that's a good one. And now we're going to start with the healing. I'm just going to read anything here. Um, yeah, so someone's got some really nice affirmations. I am a big affirmation person. Affirmations in this new energy are so powerful. They're so powerful. I wake up every morning and say, I'm going to have a benevolent day. Things are going to be ease and flow. I'm going to meet great people. I'm going to be healthy. My body's getting healthier every day. I always say I look younger and younger every day. I just throw in whatever feels good, you know? There's peace on earth. Because as we say things like that, we actually bring that into reality. I don't want to get off track because I can easily, we all know Brenna gets off track. I really just want to keep the conversation to self-love, but there are beautiful affirmations that are put in the chat. You can find things on YouTube. They're everywhere, you know, you can sit down and write them down yourself. I am compassion. I am love. I am beautiful. I am healthy. I am strong. I matter. I am first. All those things. So just keep at it. Affirmations are so important. I can't say that enough because they truly are. So now we're going to go into the healing segment of this, where I'm going to start the music. The energy is going to flow more than it is now, although it's flowing quite nicely already. We're all going to get into this beautiful zone. We're going to ask this energy to visit or work on everyone on the call, anyone that's in their household, including pets. We're going to ask the energy clear their houses of any dense, stale energy and replace it with God's love and light. We're then going to extend that into, well, we can go Southern Ontario, Canada, do that, or we can just go for the full thing and just say, we're going to have this beautiful glowing, it's already starting, beautiful glowing light around Mother Earth, and anything and anyone who needs that energy, make it available. And if that is helping someone across the world sleep better tonight, that's beautiful. And it just is a beautiful, loving energy that's made available. And for those, they might not know it's there, but sometimes when you're sending that energy, it just chips away at a little bit of darkness or a little bit of dense energy around someone's field, if their higher self accepts it. So they know that they are loved. They know they can have peace. They know that they can be connected. We're all connected. There's a lot of people in this world that don't know they have the power to heal. They don't understand they have the power to love themselves. It really is something that's starting to kind of wake up, and we're just adding to the love of this beautiful planet. So thank you for joining me today. We'll put on the music. I'm going to share it through the system so it comes out a little clearer. At the end of today's healing, I bring the healing bowl out. I am going to use it at the end, and that just kind of gets that negative energy and just kind of pushes it away. And then everyone goes to sleep or relaxes afterwards. Now, when we're done, I'm going to try not to talk too much today afterwards. So you may be very thirsty for the next 4 or 5 days. That's because the energy is still working on whatever you need. So after it works on one issue, you move to another one, things like that. Drink lots of water. The water helps toxins release from your body. If you have I always ask for the intention that we have a peaceful sleep. But some of us process differently, and we're awake most of the night as we're processing. Some people are burping, sending out gas. It's just our body releasing that needs to release. So just say, hey, whatever it is, it's fine. Some people feel a little bit of dizziness because this energy can be very intense. You can always stand up and stomp your feet on the ground and ask Earth to ground you. Especially for women, we tend to get very flighty. You want to ground yourself back, and that's one way to do it. Or just sit with your feet flat and say, okay, Mother Earth, I need a grounding. Pull me back to earth and anchor my heart, and that energy will help you out. If you have any questions the next day, sometimes I kind of go offline for a bit after these calls because I kind of need a recharge after them. But if you're really needing something, you can text, but you can always email me with any questions, or we can talk tomorrow. If you want to say, hey, this kind of made me very anxious for a while, and then I felt this wave come through. I always hear great, cool stories because we're all different on how we perceive the healing. So you're more than welcome to share them. I do enjoy the feedback on the calls. All right, everyone. If you have any quick questions, I will look, and I'm going to start the music, and I'm going to drink a lot of water first, and we'll begin. Okay. All right, so the music is coming on, and then I will share it through my computer. And I think I'm going to go right here. All right, everyone, enjoy. And if it's too loud, let me know just by texting, and I'm going to share it right now. I'm just going to share music only. Sorry. Advance audio. 1 second. Okay, I think this is going to work. For some reason, it's acting a bit weird. Okay. Can anyone let me know? Are you still seeing me, or are you seeing the whiteboard? You can see me okay? Okay. All right, now we're going to begin. Okay, everyone. So now it's done. The energy is going to be with you the next few days. So just keep allowing it. Drink lots of water. Eat if you're hungry. Just be kind to yourself, because some people go through some pretty big shifts. So just allow it to happen and just trust the process, because only what's in your highest best, what's beneficial will happen. Water, water, water. Mm. Mhm. I'm extremely thirsty right now. I'm feeling a little bit dizzy now. If you are feeling dizzy, that was pretty intense. You can always put your feet flat on the ground and ask the earth energy to ground you back down, because we're really up here at the moment. You may want to go sit outside, talk to the stars, do whatever that you do. You may want to write a journal or just go to sleep and say, "Hey, I'm surrendering. Do what you need to do. I'm off to bed." So there's no right or wrong on how you feel. Again, some people sleep peacefully, some people don't. It's just we all heal very differently. So just be with it, allow it, and know it's all good. If anyone has any questions, I'll just stay looking at the chat for a minute. Other than that, I think we're good. Oh, wow, that was really intense. My contact flipped out, so it's kind of trying to flip back in right now. All right, everyone. Okay, looks like there's no questions. So have a peaceful sleep, everyone. And again, if you do need something, just reach out and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. But yeah, very lovely. Thanks for attending, because, as we send out that energy, we're making a big difference on this beautiful planet. So we're just going to keep plowing through, and we'll get through this because we're all in this together. All right, everyone, have a peaceful night, and thank you. And the recording will go up in the next day or so, and I'll send out an email with the link once it's up and ready. And that's really it. Okay, you're all very welcome. Thank you for all the kind words, and thank you for being here. All right, everyone, have a good one. So good night.